Hi, my name is Denis. I'm the founder and the broker at Wilson Real Estate. And today I'm about to show you another project that is going to be developed here in the Brickell area. It's called Ora by Casa Tua. It's a very well-known hospitality brand, Casa Tua, doing their first project in the city of Miami. If you'd like, stay tuned till the end and you will find out every detail about that new addition to that beautiful part of Miami. Elizabeth.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good to see you.
Good to see you too. So Elizabeth, let's talk about the project. Tell me where we are located and what we're going to discuss.
So we are here at Ora by Casa Tua, which is a brand new building in the heart of Brickell. The location is very important because we are within walking distance to all of the beautiful areas of downtown Brickell, the restaurants, the mall, the shops. But we're also starting that area of Brickell that's a little bit more residential, a little bit less
What part
dense.
of the Brickell? What street?
We're between the main streets of Brickell Avenue, South Miami Avenue, and Coral Way or 13th. So
Okay.
we're right in the heart of Brickell. Yeah, so then we're also in the part of the residential part of Brickell, which is very quiet, less dense, less traffic. So if you want to be in the mix, if you want to be in the heart of everything, you can be. Or if you want to be in the quieter side of Brickell, you are.
Okay, perfect, perfect. So and let's talk about project. It's built by who?
So the developer's Fortune International.
Okay.
They've been in the business for over 40 years. They started off basically doing sales and marketing for other developers. And in the 2000s, they started developing their own
In
properties.
2000s.
Yeah.
You know, I'm always looking at, if he's going to look at Edgardo, right? I'm thinking, how to say that? I'm projecting myself. I'm on the 12th year of my career. You know, I'm looking at the guys who's been in the business for like 30, 40 years and how they started, when they transitioned. It's very interesting to hear those stories.
Yeah, so he transitioned. The first building he did was Jade at Brickell Bay with Swire Properties. And then he created his own brand of Jade buildings. We did some in Sunny Isles. Also the Ritz-Carlton in Sunny Isles, the St. Regis in Sunny Isles. And now he's developing Ora by Casa Tua, which is definitely this, you know, luxury building with amenities, with basically a vertical community. So you never really have to leave the building. And we're also giving a really great touch of flexibility in the rental terms. We have a lot of buyers that not necessarily live here full time, and they want to have a property that they can stay at and really enjoy when they're here. But when they're not here, they can actually put it in a program so they can rent it out and, you know, not have it cost anything for them.
Yeah, it's very convenient, I can tell you for sure. Like very, very convenient. Because sometimes people think, okay, I'm going to buy it. I'm not going to rent it out. But then after like some time, they look at the numbers.
The carrying cost.
Exactly. They think into themselves, what is the point of just holding it, right? And here, if minimum 3 days also, my opinion, it's a good thing, right? It's not just a daily. At least you have, like you will have less traffic in the building. Right. And it means more quality type of people who's going to stay. I
mean, also the Brickell area is also attracting a different level of clientele with all the different companies that are in the area or coming to the area. We're seeing executives from all over the world that want to stay where they're working. So if they're working within 2 blocks away, they want to be able to stay, walk to work, and also have all these amazing amenities. So we're seeing these families also that have their kids that are maybe 15 and want to walk to the mall, because also Brickell is a very safe neighborhood. It's very pedestrian friendly and very safe.
Yeah, it changed a lot last, I don't know, like even 5 years, right? I remember back then, maybe 5, 6 years ago, I was here. The restaurant scene, it was way different, like way different. Yeah. You didn't see that many people. Now you go. I went with my wife on. It was Tuesday. We stopped at 3 places, and they didn't have any
availability.
We were like, what?
Yeah.
Interesting to see, you know, where you like neighborhood like that change within short period of time, and it's, I agree with you, very safe, very also clean. You know? Yeah, it's an important part.
Yeah, when we did Jade at Brickell Bay in 2001, we were always talking about Little Manhattan, and we kept looking at it and we're like, where's this Little Manhattan coming? And then like 10 years later, and then finally when Brickell City Center came in, and it's like really what changed, you know, Brickell.
So your first project was in 2001. Wow.
So yeah, so I've been with Fortune for the past, you know, almost 24 years. I've always done the Jades. I've always loved doing developments for Fortune, because Edgardo and the development team really deliver what they promise. So You know, I've had a really good experience being able to walk through the buildings that I've pre-sold and really being proud of the areas that we're delivering as far as the common areas and the finishes.
24 years with the same developer.
Yes.
I think it says a lot.
And you're going to see that a lot of my colleagues from other properties are also on the same boat. We've always been, you know, fortune true and true to the heart because, you know, again, we really feel comfortable that what we are promising is what we're going to deliver. So it also makes our job easier as a sales agent. And then we establish our relationships with our brokers. So now they feel comfortable that when they see us in other projects, they're going to be happy to bring us clients.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. That's how the things works. If you're looking at the long term and for the clients as well, right? If you sold project at as you mentioned, for example, in the Brickell area, and then they decide to move somewhere in the sunny house, and they know developer, they're like, okay, I know what type of product is going to be once it's finished. And yeah, I agree with you 100%. I wanted to ask you about actual building. Can you give me more details? What are you going to have in there? I see there's a few different sections, like a lounge area. I'm looking right now on the screen. It's beautiful.
So basically, the building, like I said before, it was designed to be like a vertical community. So it's a very, it's an intricate building because it's not just a residential aspect of it. We also have restaurants. We have amazing common areas. So it's basically 80 stories high.
80?
Yeah, 80. And the first section of the building is what we call the pedestal. That pedestal is basically our commercial component. On the ground level, we're going to have 2 restaurant spaces. And then on the...
Are those for sale or no?
No. Because everything, since it's Aura by Casa Tua, the 4 restaurants will be run by Casa Tua.
Wow.
All new concepts, nothing, we're not going to have like a Casa Tua Cucina or a Casa Tua, all brand new restaurants, but all managed by Casa Tua. So on the ground level, you have those 2 restaurants. Then floors 2 through 8, you're going to have almost like a platform where you have a commercial space for co-sharing office, like co-working offices. And then actually the developer himself, the Fortune corporate office is going to move there, which is really great because it maintains the integrity of the building to have the developer there. So between those 7 floors where we have office spaces and Fortune, obviously you have some commercial. And then our common areas start on the 9th floor. We're really taking pride in our common areas because we are dedicating a lot of square footage to it. So just the spa and gym are located on the 10th and 11th floor. And we're talking about 18,000 square feet of spa and gym between those 2 floors. We also have another restaurant on the 9th floor. We have 2 pools on the 9th floor, our club room. Then we also wanted to provide also like spaces for our owners. As we do have that short-term component, we also want to keep that residential essence of the building. So for the owners, when they do come into town, they have their private spaces. So then on the 43rd floor, we have another lounge, which is like a residence lounge or owner's lounge. And that is, you know, specifically for the owners. They can work from home, they can watch a movie, they can read, they can meet people and have it very private. And then we did something completely revolutionary, which was on the 44th floor of the building. We created this beautiful park that's elevated in the middle of the building, and it has the equivalent of 4 floors of height. So we're talking about 40 feet of height, where you have trees, where you have palm trees, you have a movie theater as well, a multi-purpose court where you can play basketball, you can play pickleball, outdoor spinning. And when you get to see the renderings, it really looks like if you're looking at a miniature Central Park. And that's never been seen before. And then the best thing is that we also have a rooftop where we have a restaurant. We have a separate pool, which will be for our long-term residents.
It's only for residents or out of, for example, someone not from the building can enjoy it as well?
The part of the pool is just for the residents. Then you have the rooftop restaurant, which is basically open to the public by reservation. Good. And then
it's on 80th floor.
Yes. Wow. Well, I mean, they call it the 77th floor because we don't take into consideration the height.
Big difference, you know, 77, 80.
But the best thing is that we're going to have that membership club component that Miami Beach Casa Tua has. So you will have a membership Casa Tua.
Is that going to be named 77 Club?
How did you know? You have insider information, I think.
Oh, okay, nice. It's good to have it. Look, great. Because I hear it first time about it, to be honest. I knew about the project, but all those details I didn't dig in. And it's a great addition to have it in the Brickell area. It's like things like that, as you said, and members club and rooftops.
Yeah.
Because is it Manhattan, right? As an example.
Well, and the truth is, Casa Tua created that membership club in 2001 when they opened up Casa Tua Miami Beach, and then they expanded to Aspen, to Paris, and now they're actually going to open one in New York as well.
Oh.
So a lot of the patrons that usually go to Casa Tua Aspen or New York or Paris or even Miami Beach know what the lifestyle is about. So they're really excited to have that in the heart of Brickell, in the financial district of Miami. So this is actually just our temporary scale model. We're in the process of adapting our wholesale center. So we'll, in the next coming months, you'll see a full size kitchen and everything. So you can see all the finishes that we're gonna bring. So this is our scale model. For people to understand, this is Brickell Avenue, this is 13th, and then you have South Miami, which is the parallel. So the podium, like I mentioned, is our commercial space where you have the offices. And then you have two restaurants on the ground level. The first restaurant is Uva. Uva is going to be a restaurant and a wine bar with more than 500 wines from all over the world. It is the quintessential place for a happy hour. Brickell was all about happy hours in 2008, 2009. Being able to leave the office and go grab a drink, this will be the perfect location for that. In addition to that, we have on the corner, Terra. Terra is going to be a gourmet market where you're going to have fresh bakery, juice bar, coffee shop, but it's going to be open 24 hours a day. So it's absolutely amazing. And then here on the pool deck on the 9th floor, we have another restaurant, which is called Foco. And that restaurant actually has two private elevators that go directly up to that level. So for any of the commercial spaces.
Right here. So it's another restaurant open to public, right?
Yes.
Cool. Wow. And it has a rooftop as well?
We're going to have a rooftop up here.
Okay. But, so that's the only that
This is the restaurant, but then it's open on the terrace. So you're going to have this open space. It's going to have like a retractable roof, so you can enjoy during the day, during the night, or any type of climate as well.
Very nice for residents. You have so many options to choose from. Plus, I'll give you just my feedback. You already know what is going to be there. Usually, when developers build something like that, right, they say, okay, this retail space, two restaurants, we don't know what we're going to pick, blah, blah, blah. But here, since it's developed by Casa Tua owners, right, they already know what they're going to put, concept and everything. That's
We've created the whole story for you. You don't have to think about, what's going to happen. You exactly know what's happening. So like I was mentioning, because we do have some of these spaces that are commercial, I do want to emphasize that we have separate elevators for those spaces. So the elevators for the actual tower are going to be always private for the units and never for the commercial spaces. In addition to that, you're going to notice that we have a rooftop, which is going to be the fourth restaurant, which is Vento. And this was the beautiful park that I mentioned in the middle of the building. That's a total of 4 floors height. And obviously you have anything from outdoor movie theater to multi-purpose courts. Our units, like we were talking about before, they start off with studios that face west. They are about 510 square feet, which is about 47 square meters. They all face east. And something really amazing is they have very functional balconies. If you go stay at the Four Seasons, for example, for a night, you have a hotel room. You don't have a kitchen. You don't have a living room. You don't even have a terrace. So being able to have this little pied-à-terre where you have a full kitchen, you have a sofa bed, you have your bedroom, you have your bathroom, and an amazing terrace you can enjoy is really what we want to give to our clients, that lifestyle. We also have a 1-bedroom corner unit facing west. And then we have a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom facing west. And then on the east side, which faces Biscayne or the Bay, we have 2 bedrooms and 1 bedroom with 2 bathrooms. On the higher floors, we have 2-bedroom units on the west side. The corners are 4-bedroom units, which are amazing, to about 2,000 square feet.
4 corners, or is just a...
It's the full corner.
Full
and so it's a flow-through unit. And then the 4 bedrooms obviously are here as well. And then on the east side, we have a 2+10 and a 3-bedroom.
And what sizes of those 2 bedrooms and 4?
The 2 bedrooms are right around 1,000 to 1,100 square feet. The 2+10 is 1,450 square feet. The 3-bedroom is almost 1,900 square feet. And the 4 bedrooms go between 2,000 to 2,200 square feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like, all the numbers.
And then you have the floor-to-ceiling glass. So these corner units have amazing views of the south, the north, the east, and obviously the west. and also obviously the north corner. Our terraces are located on the east and west side. The north and the south are not terraces. They're extension of the slab. They're floor-to-ceiling glass, but not terraces.
How deep is the terrace?
They're 9 feet deep.
No, okay.
Yeah, so they're very functional. You can definitely have a dining table out there. But like I mentioned before, they're all finished and furnished. So everything, including the furniture on the balcony, will be delivered. You don't really have to think about anything.
Perfect. Look, I don't have any more questions. Very detailed. Oh, last one, parking.
Okay, so parking is located in the pedestal of the building. We have over 13 floors. It's valet, but obviously we will provide parking for all of our owners just through the valet system.
Okay, and there's no assigned units, right? It's just a valet?
Yeah, just valet. Because we are the multi-purpose, space with the commercial, obviously, and then the offices, it gets complicated. So obviously it's the easiest way to handle parking would be through the valet system. And by the time like you're leaving your apartment, by the time you get downstairs, the car's waiting for you. So you don't even have to worry about driving down 13 floors of
some people
parking.
That lives in a Brickell, they don't even need the cars.
Correct.
I have some friends, they live here. They work in a Brickell as well. And they spend evenings in a Brickell. So if he needs to go somewhere, Miami Beach, just easier to do, like Uber, exactly. And it's even cheaper to Uber from Brickell to Miami Beach instead of just taking car, parking, exactly, valet, then you have to be in the traffic. But when you just in Uber with us, you just talking to someone and like within the drive, right? And you have to do anything, just enjoy the night. Okay. Elizabeth, thank you very much. I love the presentation. Can you tell me why someone who's watching this video or potential buyers have to buy here? And what is the, I would say, ideal picture of the client who might be interested in the project like that?
So this building is very unique. It's very different from what we're used to seeing because you do have that luxury component that you would see in a residential tower. Someone that buys maybe a second home and wants that luxury lifestyle, the amenities, the services, the quality. But then at the same time, that wants that flexibility to maybe rent it out if they're not here. If this summer you don't want to come to Miami, but you're going to go to Europe and you want to rent out your apartment, you can rent it out for 2 months. You can rent it out for a month. You can rent it out for 2 weeks. You do have that flexibility, and nobody really has that opportunity. Most of the short-term buildings tend to be very basic as far as finishes, quality. Even the location is not always the best. So having that luxury component and also that flexibility is one of a kind. In addition to that, we have smaller units, so we can have a studio that's going to be a perfect pied-à-terre for someone. Fully equipped, completely furnished, completely finished, amazing furniture from Italy. Everything's going to be from Italy. So someone that doesn't want a headache when they buy a property in Miami, this is definitely it, because you're basically getting a unit that's completely finished, completely furnished, completely equipped, ready to use from the day you're closing. And then you have the next 4 years to pay it off. So you can pay in increments of 10%. And then at the closing with the 50%, you can finance if you like, or you can pay it cash.
Okay, that sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.